All right, let's get started. You know, it's impossible to go a day without hearing about artificial intelligence. But honestly, we're not here to talk about the sci-fi stuff. No sentient robots or supercomputers taking over the world. Today, we're going to cut right through all that noise. We're going to explore AI's practical, nuts and bolts role in one of the most fundamental challenges any organization faces: plain and simple economic survival.
So let's just tackle the big question head on, right? Because this is really what it all comes down to. Beyond all the buzzwords and the hype, how does AI actually help a business keep the lights on and stay competitive? We're going to move past all the speculation and focus on the real, tangible tools that help a company manage its resources, serve its customers, and ultimately stay in the game. And really, this is the heart of the matter. It doesn't matter if you're a small startup or a massive corporation. Every single business is built on these three pillars. You have to manage your money, you have to keep your customers happy, and you have to grow your sales. Economic survival, at its core, is about mastering these three things. So let's break down how AI can act as a strategic tool in each one of these areas.
Okay, first up, let's talk about money. Capital. It's the lifeblood of any business, right? This is where AI really starts to shine, not as some kind of gimmick, but as a seriously powerful financial co-pilot. It's all about enabling truly data-driven decision-making, especially when resources are tight and every choice matters.
The best way to think about this is like having a crystal ball, but instead of magic, it's powered by your own data. AI algorithms can sift through literally mountains of your financial history: sales reports, expense sheets, market trends, you name it. They can spot patterns that no human ever could, helping you predict future demand with startling accuracy. It's really about seeing into your financial future using math. So, what does that actually look like day to day? Well, it means you can know with a much higher degree of certainty whether you'll have enough cash to make payroll in 6 months. It means your system can automatically flag when your shipping costs are trending way higher than you projected. And it means you can build a financial plan based on probabilities, not just wishful thinking. And this is why it's so critical. It all comes down to one word: foresight. This kind of intelligence allows you to shift from being reactive, always putting out fires, to being proactive. It builds resilience right into your strategy, letting you decide when to invest, when to hire, or when to pivot, all with the confidence that your decisions are backed by a deep, data-driven understanding of what's likely to happen next. Now, let's move on to our second pillar. We've used AI to sharpen our financial strategy. Now let's talk about operational efficiency. And there's no better place to look than at one of the biggest operational costs for almost any company: customer support. Honestly, this chart just says it all. Traditional customer service is absolutely vital, but let's be real, it's expensive, it's difficult to scale up, and it's limited to business hours. An AI chatbot, on the other hand, it never sleeps, it can answer common questions instantly, and it can handle 1,000 customer conversations at the exact same time, all for a tiny fraction of the cost. The difference is just night and day. And here's the direct link back to survival. When you automate those routine interactions, you're not just making your service faster, you are fundamentally reallocating your resources. Think about a small online business saving thousands of dollars every month on support staff. That's critical capital that can now be plowed back into product development, into marketing, or just kept in the bank as a safety net. That is resilience.
Okay, so we've shored up our finances and we've streamlined our operations. Now for the really fun part: growth. How can AI actually help us bring more money in the door? You have seen these systems absolutely everywhere. It's Amazon saying, "Customers who bought this also bought." It's Netflix knowing exactly what movie you want to watch next. A recommendation system is basically an AI that acts as a personal shopper for every single one of your customers, all at the same time. It's that helpful guide that says, "Hey, I know you liked that, so you are definitely going to love this." The way it works is actually pretty straightforward in concept, but it's incredibly powerful in practice. The AI simply watches and learns from what you browse and what you buy. It identifies patterns, figuring out who has similar tastes. Then, it connects the dots to present the perfect offer at the perfect time, which, as you can imagine, dramatically increases the chances of making a sale. So the bottom line here is a direct, measurable impact on your top line, your revenue. This isn't about some vague future potential. This is a real mechanism for converting casual browsers into paying customers much more effectively. And that is the engine for sustainable growth and long-term economic viability. So let's pull all these threads together now. We've looked at three very different areas: finance, operations, and sales. What does it all mean when we zoom out and look at the big picture of economic survival?
So what's the grand total here? This chart makes it pretty clear. AI isn't just some minor tweak or a nice-to-have feature. It delivers a significant, high-impact boost across every single core function of a business. It strengthens your financial foundation. It makes your current operations more efficient, and it actively fuels your future growth. And if there's one thing to take away from our discussion today, it's this. This is the crucial point. We can forget all the complex jargon and the sci-fi scenarios for a minute. For economic survival, right now, today, the real power of AI is in its proven, practical ability to solve the fundamental, everyday problems that every single organization has to deal with. So I'll just leave you with this final thought. Think about your own work, your own daily challenges, because as these tools become more and more accessible, they're not here to replace human ingenuity, they're here to augment it, to free us up from the repetitive stuff so we can focus on strategy, on creativity. The question is no longer if AI can help, it's how are you going to use it?